Well, hi folks, 15th of July now. As you can see by the sky, we're in our third heat wave. Things have grown unbelievably. Had a few problems, run out of water and stuff, and some things have finished a lot earlier than they would do normally, but all in all, I can't really complain, to be honest. So I'll just give you a bit of a look round, show you how things are getting on. So we'll start off with the carrots. Not watered these once all through the dry spell, and they're still growing, looking absolutely perfect. No sign of any carrot fly or anything, so there should be still sufficient moisture in the sand at the bottom for them to keep growing. Because what I don't want to do with that after they've had a really long hot spell is if I put loads of water on in one go. I mean, I can't stop it if it chucks it down, but the worst thing to do would be to dump loads of water on and they might split, you see. So we'll just keep them as they are because they look okay. Now the brassica bed has absolutely flown along in the last few weeks. This was the kale that was absolutely eaten to bits by slugs, but it's outgrown that now and it's powering along now, ready to be harvested. Had some nice crops of strawberries. There's still an odd one left on somewhere. Considering they're only 1 year old runners, they've had, they've produced maybe about 8 to 10 strawberries in the first year, which is quite good. And also we've got the purple sprouting broccoli for next year. About 3 were lost to the slugs earlier on, but again they've perked up and grown out of it, so couldn't be happier really. One thing that has started to go over quickly this year are the shallots and onions. So after the debacle of the red onions going to seed, in the end about 50% went to seed, so not a total write-off. And the ones that have grown are a decent size, and it's the first time I've ever been able to just leave them out on the beds to dry a little bit. I'm just pulling the ones up that have fallen over, because whenever I've done that, whenever it's been harvest time before, it's usually been wet, so the weather's set fine for another week or two, so I'll just continue on with that. And the shallots, there's the Zabrun and the Lister. The Zabrun have started to topple over. Now what I've done this year, I've planted a lot more in the clumps, as you can see. Anything from 6 to 10, so obviously they're not going to grow as big, but if you think that's one clump there, that's about the size, general size, so can't complain. They were getting too big, to be honest, when I only grew about 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 in a clump. So to me that's just about an ideal size, so we should have tons and tons of those. So like I said, they've started flopping over. There's a Zabrun, the Lister are more erect still, so they'll keep growing a little bit longer. So like I said, everything's all right. Some of my garlic's fallen over now, just this bit in this far corner. There was a little bit of wind the other day. The rest of it is all still stood upright, so it might swell up a little bit better, a little bit more, and get a bit of a bigger bulb. But one thing that's absolutely amazed me this year are the raspberries. I've been picking about £2 every 2 days, and they just keep coming. I've never seen as many gooseberries. Now I've netted them off, but what I've done, I've put some holes in so you can actually get your hand through, you see, and pick them. So keeps the birds off, and you can get good access without having to take the netting off. But I just can't believe how prolific these have been this year. I've honestly never seen as many. I'll just go around this other side and show you. It's just the same there. It's just absolutely covered in raspberries. And here we go, folks. I'm really proud about this one. I've got my first ever apple. I've just got one on this tree, that's it, one sole apple on that tree, but I've got one. So if that doesn't fall off, that'll be my first ever apple. So into the other bit. I've stopped growing my lettuces outside. I'm just growing them in the polytunnel now because of the slugs. So I've still got some rocket growing, and some of the land cress. The rocket, as it always does, has gone to seed, and in this weather it's just understandable really. But this American land cress still looks all right, and it's just nice and tender, so that seems to stand the heat a little bit more. I grew some petrol spinach, which isn't supposed to go to seed, but again with this weather we've had, it's all gone to seed, and it was quite nice actually. It was just as nice as spinach, But because it's gone to seed, what I might do, I might cut it all right back off the bottom and hope it just grows some little shoots back up and see how that gets on. Now the spring onions, I've grown this new variety this year called, I've forgotten what they're called now, they're either called Snow Queen or Tokyo Queen. And they're not supposed to bulb up, and they don't. They just get bigger. I mean, look how thick that is. That's thicker than my finger. You know, if that was a white Lisbon, that'd have turned into an onion by now, and it just makes it rubbish. But these, they just get really long shafts, and instead of going to bulbing up, they just get bigger and bigger, and they're fantastic. They're an F1 hybrid. They're a little bit dearer than normal, but I mean, they're just brilliant. So I've got loads of those growing, and I won't be growing the white Lisbon again. So I think I did plant some white Lisbon because I ran out of these, but anyway, and that's a new variety that I'm definitely be growing from now on because they're really good. Some more garlic, that's still standing upwards. I've not actually had a look to see how big the bulbs are. We'll have a little bit of a root. Look a little bit smaller than normal, maybe about golf ball size, but they might grow a little bit bigger. So parsnips really flying along in the sand bed, so be interesting to see what they look like underneath. They should be easier to harvest than when they're growing in the soil, because there won't be as much resistance in the sand as there would be in the soil. And the old spuds are powering along. That's the blue Danube over there, and we've got some Nicola or Charlotte and some Jazzy here. I did pull one the other day and I was quite surprised at how good a crop it was. So I'll film a good, the next time I pull one out, I'll do a good old potato reveal. So it's a lot better than it was last year, because last year was pretty disastrous because I think I just didn't water them. But this year I've been watering them, and in this hot spell I've been giving them 5 litres per pot every 2 days. So I've almost run out of water now because I've been watering them so much, but they just need loads of water in this sort of weather. So into the polytunnel, got some more lettuces growing. I've got all the doors open all the time, and it's only a tiny little polytunnel, as you can see. So there's plenty of wind to flow through, so the things don't get too hot in here. It's just that they need quite a lot of watering. So again, more of the Verdasco and Vidaggio lettuces growing there. Beans are doing well. I'm starting to crop these already. The Cobra beans as usual. So I had a bit of a misfire on this one, but this one actually sent a spare shoot up, so that's growing up the one where the plants died at the bottom, which is a bit strange unless they've been talking to each other. And again, I've got a second lot which I grew a month later. French beans, they're all climbing up now. I've got a cucumber plant. I think I've got a little cucumber set on it somewhere or other, because I've got one growing at home and I've not got a single cucumber on it. It's all completely female. There's no male flowers on it, so there's no cucumbers. So that's what's going on in the polytunnel. Not a great deal, but some nice beans coming. So over onto this bit. I've been taking my final few pickings of rhubarb, so I don't think we'll get any more now, but I've got plenty in the freezer. This is the asparagus bed. It's all turned into ferns now, so hopefully that should be putting some energy back into the roots, and we might get a bit of a crop next year. I've got my second lot of peas going now. Finished the first lot yesterday, so we've got a continuous supply of those. And we've got the leeks, which haven't been watered, so whether they go to seed or not because of this hot weather prematurely, we don't know. But there's not a lot I can do. Like I said, I've no water, so I can't be watering things outside. And we've got a few sweet peas. Tried a different variety this year. They're all this variety, which I think is quite a nice colour, isn't it? It's like a nice mottled little different variety, as opposed to the Spencer mix that everyone grows. Just thought I'd try a different colour. Don't know how scented they are. Oh, oh wow, they're unbelievably scented, those. So yeah, and then finally my little shrubbery, which is just ploughing along now. The ferns are absolutely huge. Look at those. You think that ferns need to grow in, you know, like shaded spots. These are just opening wide out in the open, and they're absolutely massive. So because it's really damp soil, so they must love that. So yeah, can't complain, folks. I'd rather have this weather any day than the horrible cold rain that we usually get. So that's about it, folks. Little roundup. I'll see you later.